Cyprus has been home for Brett and Joyce Bassford for decades, but recently
it's just frustrating.
Very frustrating, yep.
They've noticed their power going off and on.
I'll tell you the main thing was getting woken up by the CPAP going off. Every night we come in, we put the mask on.
The machine they use to sleep needs power.
It's a good hour and a half before we get everything set up and settled back down.
This is over a 24-week period.
The Bassfords looked at their data. More than 30 times in the past 6 months, they've had some sort of outage. And they're not alone. KHU 11 has heard from more than a dozen neighbors in 3 zip codes.
We're paying for a service, and we're not being delivered that service.
We asked CenterPoint last week and this week for interviews. Both times they told us no one was available. So we took customer questions to KHU 11's energy expert, Ed Hers.
CenterPoint has been tagged in the past with not providing reliable service.
Last week, CenterPoint blamed buzzards for the power outages. But this week, they told us that problem has been resolved. They say any remaining problems are tree limbs, and the utility says they are trimming in high-priority areas.
It's a problem for Houston, it's a problem for Texas, it's a problem for the nation. We have just not invested enough in keeping the electricity infrastructure up to date.
I'm like, sorry.
The Bassfords say they've tried calling.
The frontline people, they don't have any answers. They're reading from a script. This is what you tell people when they call in.
This is the power outage box.
In the meantime, they have a box full of supplies ready for when the power goes out in the middle of the night.
I just would like to see some progress and see it fixed,
so they can get a good night's sleep in their own home. Grace White, KHOU 11 News.
Mayor Turner told us the city of Houston's moved 25,000 people off the streets in the past decade by focusing on housing first. We met a single mom who says she is one of them.
Every day, when Tasha Emerson walks up these steps,
it's been a journey, but it's been a good one,
and opens her door, she's thankful this is home.
When I walked into that apartment, I was just filled with joy.
Growing up, home didn't have a whole lot of meaning.
I've aged out the system. I've been on my own since 19. I'll read out this verse in Jesus' name.
A survivor of domestic violence and sexual assault, she made the brave decision to leave a toxic relationship and move to Texas.
I had $50 to my pocket. I didn't know where I was going to sleep. I didn't know where I was going to go.
At first, it meant leaving her 3 children behind.
I wrote them each a letter saying how much I love them, how much I'm going to miss them, and how much I'm going to think about them every day until they're back with me.
Eventually, the Houston Area Women's Center helped her reunite with her kids. And for 5 months, they lived at a shelter until an apartment became available in May of 2020.
That's me, make it rest in peace. And then this is my growth.
On the walls, reminders of the healing in their journey.
They always tell me they love me and how strong I am, and I just enjoy them.
She sleeps on the couch to give her kids the 3 bedrooms, doing what she can to give them something she never had, a home.
Just believe in what you think is right. Make a plan. Stick to it. No matter if it takes years, stick to it.
This mom says right now she's working as a driver for Lyft. Her next goal, saving up enough money to buy her own house. Grace White, KHOU 11 News.
Eric's restaurant on the University of Houston campus serves more than just a menu. It's also training ground for students studying hospitality.
Students feel like they own it. It's they work here, it's their restaurant.
More than 80% of restaurant employees are students. But about a month ago, the university hired a new server.
Enjoy.
Probably someone you've never met before.
Happy birthday.
What we're finding is that guests in the restaurant are coming because of the robot.
It's a scene straight out of the Jetsons.
Never fear while Rosie's here.
Except unlike Rosie, Servy is the strong silent type unless you get in her way.
Excuse me.
The university got the robot.
My goal was to be the first restaurant in the city of Houston to have a robotic server.
To give students hands-on training for tomorrow.
A lot of people, unfortunately, are teaching kind of what we did 20 years ago, and that's not going to help the student 10 years from now. So we want the students to see what is the future, and this is the future.
The robot is currently serving as a food runner at the restaurant. She's first plated and then programmed.
Press the number of the table that you're sending it to, and press go.
Once she arrives at the table, the waiter delivers the food.
What Survey is going to allow us to do is to stay on the floor and really get to interact with our guests, and I think that's where the heart of hospitality really lies.
Well, Survey is staying here in the restaurant, but the university hopes to one day get more robots to help with catering in the banquet hall or even room service in their hotel.
And they're not just putting the robot to work, they're using it for research.
The data will also tell us what guests think.
And the possibilities are endless because, ready or not, the future is here.
Enjoy.
No matter how you slice it.
We just don't know where this can go.
In Houston, Janelle Bluta, KHOU 11 News.